Hey, no cameras in here. We have indecent women.
Oh, yeah, Shelly's big old butt.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Now it is.
Now it is.
Are my cheeks okay?
Yes, they look gorgeous.
Alright.
Good material for the senior party.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Shelly.
For the senior party.
This is like finding some shirts.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, Jennifer's having a little problem.
Jennifer's having a small nervous breakdown.
It's all right.
Just a small one.
Okay, so you ready?
Turn.
He's shaking with ecstasy.
Mark how he trembles in his ecstasy.
Give me your hand and let me feel your pulse.
Dad's going.
Who is that?
Just feel my there's my hand. Oh God.
Thank you, Sally. Thank you very much. We're trying to work here.
Here's my hand.
Oh, you want to put my red thing on? You can put this on.
Here she comes.
Okay.
Miss
No, she
America.
just feels like a slut on.
Does anybody need the bathroom right now?
Yes, we do.
Proceed, Salonus, to procure my falls, and by the doom of death, and woes, and all. Yo. Martin of Syracuse. Please no more. I am not partial to infringe our law. The empathy and discord which ablates from the rank outage of your duke to merchants are well-dealing countrymen, who wanting guilders to redeem their lives, have sealed his rigorous statutes in their bloods. Excludes all pity from our threatening looks. Since the mortal and intestine jars twixt thy seditious countrymen and us, it happens solemn synod has been agreed to admit no traffic to adverse bounds. Nay more, if any born in Ephesus be seen at any Syracusean market today, and again, if any born in Syracuse comes to the Bay of Ephesus, he dies. His goods confiscated to the Duke's dispose. And thus 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the absolute highest rate, cannot amount to more than 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die. Yet this be my comfort. When your words are done, my woes end likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracuse, see and grieve the cause why thou departest from thy native home and how thou camest to the Bay of Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than I to speak my griefs unspeakable. Yet, that the world may witness my end was wrought by nature, not by vile offense, I thought of what my sorrow gives me leave. In Syracuse, I was born and wed unto a woman happy but for me, and by me, had not our hap been bad. With her I lived in joy, our wealth increased by prosperous voyages I often made to Epidamnum, till my factor's death and the great care of goods at random left drew me from kind embracements of my spouse,
from whom my absence was not 6 months, before herself had almost fainting under the pleasing punishment that women bear, made her provisions for her following me, and soon and safe arrived where I was. There had she not been long, before she became a joyful mother of 2 goodly sons, and, which was strange, the one so like the other, as could not be distinguished, but by names. That very hour, and in that self-same inn, a meaner woman was delivered of such a burden. Male twins, both alike. Those for their parents were exceeding poor, I bought and brought up to attend my 2 sons. My wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions for our home return. Unwilling I agreed. Alas, too soon we came aboard. A league from Epidamnum had we sailed, for the always window-vane deep gave any tragic instance of our harm. For, by what obscured light the heavens did grant, did but convey unto our fearful minds a doubtful warrant of immediate death, the which myself would gladly have embraced. Yet the incessant weepings of my wife, weeping before what she saw was to come, and the piteous plainings of the pretty babes that mourned for fashion, ignorant what to fear, forced me to seek delays for them and me. And so it was, for other means there was none. The sailors sought for safety by our boat, then leaving the ship, then sinking right to us. My wife, more careful for the lad born, fastened him unto a small, spare mast, such as seafaring men provides for storms. To him one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been like heedful of the other. The children thus disposed of, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened ourselves to either end of the mast, and, floating straight, obedient to the stream, was carried to Coeur, as we thought. At length, the sun, gazing upon the earth, dispersed those vapors that offended us, and by the benefit of his wished light, the seas waxed calm, and we discovered 2 ships from afar making amain to us. Of Corinth that, of Epidaurus this. But ere they came, let me say no more. Gather the sequel by that went before.
Nay, forward, old man, do not break off so, for we may pity, though not pardon.
Oh, the gods done so. I had not now worthily turned the merciless to us. For, ere our poor helpful ship could be met by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered upon by a mighty rock, and being violently borne upon, our poor helpful ship was split in the midst. So, that in this unjust divorce of us, fortune had left us both what to delight in, and what to sorrow for. Her part, poor soul, seeming of lesser weight, but not of lesser woe, was carried with more speed before the wind. And in our sight, they three were taken up by fishers of Corinth. As we thought, at length another ship seized upon us, and knowing whom it was their hap to save, gave healthful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and would have reft the fishers of their prey, had not their bark been very slow of sail. So, homeward they did bend their course. Whilst have you heard me, severed from my bliss, and was my life prolonged to tell sad stories of my own mishaps.
Oh, but for the sake
bear. At 18 years, became inquisitive after his brother, and importuned me that his attendant, so the case is like, reft of his brother, but retained his name, might bear him company on the quest for him. 5 summers have I spent in furthest Greece, coasting clean the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward to Ephesus. I'm hopeless to find, yet right loath to leave unsought any place that harbors the bounds of men. But here must end the story of my life. And happy were I in my timely death, would all my travels warn me that they live.
Oh, hapless agent, whom the fates have marked to bear the extremity of dire mishap. Trust me, were it not against my oath and my dignity and my crown, which princes, would they may not disannul, my soul should sue as advocate for thee. But to our honor's great disparagement, thou art condemned to die, and a past sentence may not be recalled. But I will grant thee what I can. I will limit thee this day to seek thy life by beneficial help. Go to all the friends thou hast in Ephesus, and beg thou or borrow, and make up the sum and live. If not, then thou art condemned to die. Go and take him into thy custody. I will, my lord.
Hapless and hopeless doth Aegean wend, but to procrastinate is lifeless end.
Therefore, give out you are of Epidamna, lest too soon your goods be confiscated. This very day, a Syracusan merchant is apprehended for arrival here, and not being able to buy out his life, according to the laws and statutes of this town, dies ere the weary sun set in the west. There is the money I had to keep.
Romeo! Go, bear this to the centaur where we host, and stay there, Romeo, till I come to thee. Then this hour will be dinner time, but till that, I shall view the manner of this town, peruse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, then return to sleep within mine inn, for long with travel I must the weary. Don't get thee away.
Many men will take you at your word and go indeed, having so good a meat.
Ah, trusty villain, so that's very off. When I am dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humor with his merry jests. What? Do you walk with me about the town and then return to dine with me at mine inn?
I'm invited, sir, to certain merchants, of whom I hope to make much benefit. I crave your pardon. Soon at 5 o'clock, please you, I'll meet with you upon the mart, and afterward consort with you until bedtime. My present business calls me from you now.
Well, so then. I will go lose myself then and wander up and down to view the city.
Sir, I commend you to your own content.
Yes, she that commends me to mine own content, commands me to the thing that I cannot have. Up to the world, I am but one drop of water, that in an ocean seeks another drop. Falling there to find his fellow poor, unseen and inquisitive, confounds himself. So I, find a mother and a brother, quest of them, unhappy to lose myself. But here comes Almanac with my true date. How now, Romeo, what chance thou art returned so soon?
Not so soon, but rather approach late. The keep on birds, the pig falls from the stick. The clock has struck a 12 upon the bell. My mistress laid one upon my cheek. She is hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have
no, I'm not in a sport of humor now. Tell me, and dally not, where's the money? What, we being strangers here in town, how darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
I pray you just, sir, as you sit at dinner. I from you come in post, and if I return shall be close indeed. For she will scorn your fault upon my pate. And methinks your mark, like mine, should be your clock and strike me home without a message.
Come, Dromio, come. These jests are out of season. Reserve them till I marry hour than this. And tell me, where's the gold that I gave you?
Gold? You gave no gold to me.
Come on, sir, knave. You have done your foolishness, and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was to fetch you from the mark, home to dinner, to Phoenix. Mine was to send your sister away for you there.
Now, as I am a Christian, answer me, in what safe place thou hast bestowed my money, or I shall break that merry sconce of yours that stands on tricks when I am undisposed. So where is the 1,000 marks thou hadst of me?
I had some of your marks upon my feet, and some of my mistress' marks across my shoulder, but not 1,000 marks between us both.
Mistress's marks. What mistress slave hast thou?
Your worship's wife, my mistress. She doth fast till you come home, and she prays that you will have you home to dinner.
What? Wilt thou flaunt me thus, to my face, being forbidden? Hold! Take no that!
Oh, for God's sake, sir, hold your hands! Nay, you will not, so I shall take to my heels.
By some device or other, the villain is all right of all my money. Well, they say this town is full of cousins. These nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, dark-looking sorcerers that change the mind, killing witches that transform the body, disguised cheaters and parading mountebanks. And if it be true, I'll be gone the sooner. I'll to the centaur where Dromio stayed. Probably greatly through my money is not safe.
Neither my husband nor thy slave returned, that in such haste I sent to seek his master. Sure, Lucian, it is 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him, and from a mart he's somewhat gone to dinner. Good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty. Time is their master, and when they see time, they'll come or go. If so, be patient, sister,
Why should their liberty than ours be more?
because their business still lies out of us.
But when I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh no, he is the bridle of your will.
There's none but asses that will be bridled so.
Why, headstrong liberty is lashed with woe. There's nothing situate under heaven's eye but hath is bound in earth, in sea, in sky. The beasts, the fishes, and the winged fowls are their male subjects, and at their controls. Men, more divine, the masters of all these, lords of the wide world and the wild watery seas, endued with intellectual sense and souls, of more preeminence than fish and fowls, are masters to their females and their lords. If so, then let your will attend on their accords.
This servitude of yours makes you to keep unwed.
Not this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would bear some sway.
Ere I learn to love, I'll practice to obey.
How? If your husband starts some otherwhere.
Till he come home again, I would forbear.
Patience unmoved. No marvel those who cause. They can be meek that have no other cause. A wretched soul bruised with adversity, you bid be quiet when you hear it cry. But if we burdened with the light weight of pain, as much or more we should ourselves complain. So that hast no unkind mate to grieve me, with the urging helpless patience which relieve me. But if thou live to see thy right rest, this fool beg patience in thee will be left.
I will marry one day, but to try. Ah, here's your man. How's your husband nigh?
Say, is your tardy master now at hand?
Nay, he's at 2 hands with me, and that mine 2 ears can witness.
Didst thou speak of him? Knowest thou his mind?
Aye, he told me his mind upon mine ear, and be sure as hell I could scarce understand it.
Spake he so doubtfully thou couldst not feel his meaning?
Nay, struck me so plainly that I seemed to walk in his clothes, and withal so doubtful I could scarce understand him.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home? It seems he hath great care to please his wife.
Mistress, I'm sure my master is gone mad.
On, mad! Thou biddest!
I mean, not cockle mad, but I'm sure he is stark mad. When I desired him to come home for dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Will you come home, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. The pig is burned, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Where's 1,000 marks in gold I gave thee, villain? My mistress, sir, quoth I. I know not thy mistress. Out on thy mistress.
Quoth who?
Quoth my master. I know, quoth he, no house, no wife, no mistress. So that errand drew upon my tongue, for in conclusion he did beat me then.
Go back, slave, and fetch thy master home.
Go back again, and be you beaten home. For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Go back, slave, or I'll break thy page across.
And he will bless that cross with other beings. And between you and I shall have a holy head.
Hence, greasy peasant, and fetch thy master home.
Am I so round with you, as with me, as like a football, you do spurn me thus? Oh, for he will spurn me hence, and you will spurn me hither. And if I last in the service, I shall be cased in leather.
Fie! How impatient doth in your face!
His company must do his minions grace. Whilst I at home starve for a merry look, hath holy aids their lean beauty took from my poor cheek? Will they be at quick? Are my discourses dull, barren in my wit? If the voluble and sharp discourse be marred, and kindness blunts and spoil my heart. Do their gay vestments his affections bait? Well, that is not my fault, he is master of my state. What wounds are in me that can be found by him not ruined? Then he is the ground of my adventures. My decayed fair, a sunny look of his would soon repair. But to unburden dear, he breaks the pail and feeds for home cry, but to step.
Self-harming jealousy! Fie, beat it hence!
Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know as I did home a Delaware, or else what lets it be that he be here? Sister, you know he promised me a chain, and that alone he would detain so he could keep fair fortunes to this day. I see the jewel best enameled will lose his beauty. Yet gold bides still that others touch, and often touch the will where gold. And no man that hath a name by falsehood and corruption doesn't shine. Since that my beauty cannot please him now, left away and weeping die.
Many fond fools serve mad jealousies.
Well, the gold I gave to Dromio is laid up safe with the centaur. Equal slave has one forth and care to seek me out, according to computation and my post report. Could not speak with Dromio since at first I sent him from the mart. Ah, see, here he comes. How now, Dromio? Is your merry humor altered? As you love strokes, then so jest with me again. You received no gold. My house was at the Phoenix. My mistress said to have me to dinner. Oh, what was thou mad that thou so madly thou didst answer me?
What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?
Even now, even here about half an hour since.
I did not see you. You sent me home to the centaur with the gold you gave me.
Thou didst deny the gold receipt and supposed me on thy mistress at a dinner. Oh, for which I hope thou feltst I was displeased.
I'm glad to see you in this merry vein. What means you this jest? I pray, sir, tell me.
Thinkest thou I jest? What thou flout me thus? Hold.
Hold, sir, for God's sake! Now your jest is earnest. On what bargain you giving me?
Oh, because that I done sometimes do just you. as my fool. Oh, your sauciness will jest upon my love and make a common of my serious hours. When the sun shines, let gnats make sport, but creep in crannies when he hides his beams. Thou wilt jest with me again, then know my ass and express your demeanor to my looks, or I shall break this method into your sconce.
Sconce, call you it? I'd rather have it a hand. I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing but that I am beaten.
Thus shall I tell you why.
And wherefore? For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Why, first for flattering me thus, and then for urging it a second time to me.
Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir, for what?
For the something you've given me for nothing.
Well, I'll make amends next to give you nothing for something. But say, isn't it dinner time?
No, sir. I think the meat wants what I have.
What's that?
Basting.
Well, let's hear it. But soft, if we want us yonder.
Aye, Antipholus, strange and frown. Some other mistress has thy sweet vestments, for I am not Adriana nor thy wife. The time is once when now on earth was vow, they never words or music to thy ear, they never touched will love at that hand, never objects found in thine eye, they never meet sweet savor in thy taste as I spake for look, touch the cod to thee. When how comes it now, my husband? How comes it that thou art estranged from thyself? Thyself, I call it, being stranger to me, thine undividable, incorporate, and better than thy dear self's breath apart. Do not tear away thyself from me, for no, my love, as easiest mayest thou fall into the breaking gulf, and take a meal and drop again without addition or diminishing, as take me from myself and not me to you. How dearly would it touch thee the quick, shouldst thou hear that I were licentious, and that this body, consecrated thee by rubbing and lust, should be contaminated? Wouldst thou not spit at me and spurt at me and hurl the name of husband in my face, and tear the stained skin off my hollowed brow, and from my false hand cut the wedding ring, and break it with a deep divorcing vow? Well, I know that, and therefore see thou to it. I am possessed with adulterate blood. My blood is moved with the crime of lust. For if we two play one, and thou play false, I do digest the poison of thy flesh, instructed by thy continuance.
Lead you to?
No, keep then, fair league, and truce with thy true bed. I live unstained, thou undishonored.
Lead you to me, fair dame. I know you not. In Ephesus I am but 2 hours old. As strange unto your mouth as to your talk. Who wanting one wit and all one word just to understand.
Why, brother, how the world has changed with you. When we walked here to my sister thus, she sent for you by Dromio home to dinner.
By Dromio.
By me.
By thee, and this thou didst return from him that he did buffet me, and in his blow denied my house for his and me for his wife.
Did you converse, sir, with this gentlewoman? What is the course and drift of your compact?
I swear, sir, I've never seen her till this time.
Oh, fill my eyes. For even her very words didst thou deliver to me on mark.
I swear, sir, I never spake with her till this time.
Well, then how can she thus then know us by our names? To be my inspiration.
How ill it agrees into our gratitude to counterfeit thus grossly with your slave, avenging me to thwart me in my youth. Be it my wrong, you are for me exempt, but a wrong not that wrong with the more consent. If I possess thee from me to dross, usurping ivy, briar, or idle moss, who, for all wanton pruning with intrusion, infect thy sap and live on thy confusion.
To me she speaks. She moves me for her dame. Once was I married her in a dream. A dream I now think I hear all this. Well, until I'm sure of this uncertainty, I shall entertain the offered fallacy.
Dromio, go visit
pursue. Else I'll suck our breath and pinch us black and blue.
Why crouch this down to thyself and answer not? Romeo, thou drone, thou snail, thou slug, thou sot.
Master, I'm transformed, am I not?
I think thou art in mind, and so am I.
No, both in my mind and in my shape.
Oh, thou hast thine own form.
No, I am beneath.
Thou art changed to us as to an ass.
'Tis true, for she rides me, and I on her grass. How else would it be as well as I know her, as well as she knows me?
Come, come! Well, now will I be a fool? With the finger in thine eye, be once man and master, laugh at my boast of scorn? Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate.
Husband, I'll dine about with you today and shrive him of 1,000 idle things. Sirrah, if any of you ask you for your master, say he died forth and let no creature in. Come, sister. Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I in earth, in heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking, matter well advised. To give myself this kind of creature. But I'll say, and as they persever so that in the midst that all adventures go.
Master, shall I play the porter at the gate?
Aye, let none other lest I break your pate.
Come, Antipholus, we dine too late.
Good Signor Angelo, you must excuse us all. My wife is Jewish when I keep not hours. Say that I lingered with you at your shop to see the making of her carcanet, and that tomorrow you will bring it home. But here's a villain that would face me down. He met me on the mart, and that I beat him there and charged him with 1,000 marks in gold. Thou drunkard thou, what didst thou mean by this?
Well, sir, but I know what I know. That you did beat me there at the mark, and I never had it to show. If my skin were parchment and your losing, your own handwriting would tell you where I think.
I think thou art an ass.
Nay, so doth appear, sir, by the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear. I should kick being kicked, and add that pass that you would keep from my heels and beware an ass.
You're sad, Senior Balthazar. Pray God our cheer, nay answer my goodwill, and your good welcome here.
I hold your dainty's cheek, sir, and you're welcome here.
Oh, Senior Balthazar, either it's flesh or fish. A table full of welcome makes scarce one dainty dish.
Good meat, sir, is common that every chill affords.
And welcome more common, for that's nothing but words.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast.
Aye, to a niggardly host and more sparing guest. But though my cake be mean, take them in good part. Better cheer may you have, but not with better heart. So, my doors are locked. Go, bid them let us in.
Maud, Bridget, Marianne, Cicely, Jillian, Gin.
Mo, Malthus, Capon, idiot, Patch. Get thee from the door, sit thee down at the hatch. Dost thou conjure for wenches that thou askest for such store? When one is one to many, get thee from the door.
What hatch is made out porter? My master stays in the street.
Let him walk from whence he came. At least he gets full on speed.
Who talks within there? Ho, open the door.
Aye, sir, and you'll tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? For my dinner. I have not dined yet today.
Nor here will you neither.
Art thou that keepeth me out from the house I owe?
I am the porter for this time, and my name is Dromio.
Romeo, how thou been? Thou hast stolen both mine office and my name. The one got me meekle credit, the other mere blame. Thou wouldst been Romeo today in my place, thou would have changed thy face or thy name for a name of an ass.
What a clown, Sir Dromio. Who are those at the gate?
Let my master in loose.
Faith, no. He comes too late. So tell your master.
Do you hear, you minion? You let us in, I hope?
Not too bad of you.
And you said no.
Thou baggage, let me in.
Can you tell for whose sake?
You'll cry for this meeting if I beat the door down.
What needs all that? Then a prayer stops in the town. Who is that at the door that keeps all this noise?
By my troth, madam, your town is troubled by unruly boys.
Are you there, wife? You might have come before.
Your wife? Sir Nay, go get you from the door.
Master, this knave was no one's pain. You which way?
We're in return on your welcome. We're in vain have either. In debating which was best, we shall part with neither.
Master, they stand at the door. Bid them welcome hither.
There is something in the wind that we cannot get in.
You would say so, master, if your garments were thin, but your cake is warm inside. You stand out here in the cold. It would make a man mad as a black to be so bought and sold.
Go borrow me something. I'll break open the gate.
Break any breaking here, and I'll break your knave's pate.
You may break a word in words but win. Aye, but breaking your face, but breaking nothing.
Seems thou wants breaking. Out upon thee, hind.
Oh, there's too much out upon thee. Let us in.
Aye, fowls have no feather and fish have no fin.
Well, I'll break in. Go, borrow me a crow.
Mean you so, master? For a crow without a feather, there'll be a fish without a fin. And if the crow have the sin, sirrah, we'll pluck the crow together.
Get thee gone. Fetch me an iron crow.
Oh, have patience, sir. And let it not be so. You're in war against your reputation and draw within the compass of suspect the unviolated honor of your wife. Once this, through long experience of her wisdom, her sober virtue, her years and modesty, plead on her part some cause to you unknown. And doubt not, sir, that she will well excuse why at this time the doors are made against you. Be ruled by me. Depart in patience and let us to the tiger all to dinner. And about evening, come yourself alone to know the reason of this strange restraint. If, by strong hand, you offer to break in now in the stirring passage of the day, a vulgar comment will be made of it, and that supposed by the common wrath against your yet ungalled estimation that may with foul intrusion enter in and gallop raving or dead. For slander lives upon possession, wherever held reckless possession.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and in despite of mirth, mean to be married. I know wench of excellent discourse, pretty and witty, wild, and yet too gentle. There will be dying, this woman that I mean, my wife, but I protest without desert, hath oftentimes upbraided me withal. There will be dying. Get you home and fetch the chain. By this I know it is made. Bring it, I pray you, to the Porpentine, for there's the house that shame will I bestow, be it for nothing but to spite my wife. Upon mine hostess, sir, make haste, since mine own doors refuse to entertain me. I'll knock elsewhere to see if they'll disdain me.
I'll meet you at that place about 10.
Do so. This jest shall cost me some expense.
mine. Less in your knowledge and your grace, you showed more than earth divine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Oh, lay open to my earthly girls conceit, smothered in air, feeble, shallow, and weak, the folded meaning of your words deceit. Are you a god? Would you create me anew? Well, then transform me then, and to your power I will yield. But if that I am I, then well I know your weeping sister's no wife of mine. No, nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Oh, far more to you do I decline. Train me not, sweet mermaid, just drown in thy sister's flood of tears. Oh, sing song, siren for thyself, and I will go. Spread the way of thy golden hair, and as a bed, I will take them there and lie. But in that glorious supposition that he thinks he gains by death, by such means to die, let the loving light be drowned, as she said.
What? Are you mad that you do reason so?
Oh, not mad, but mated. How I do not know.
It is a thought that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams, oh fair sun, beam by.
Gaze where you should, and that will clear your sight.
Oh, it's good to wink, sweet love, and there's look on night.
Why call you me, love? Call my sister so.
Oh, thy sister, sister.
That's my sister.
No, it is thyself. Mine own self's better art. Mine own eyes, clear eye. Mine own heart's dear heart. My food, my fortune, my sweet hope's aim. My soul thirsts heaven, and mine heaven's claim.
All this my sister is, or else should be.
Well, then call thyself sister, sweet, for I am thee. Thee will I love, and with thee lead my life. Thou hast no husband, nor I no wife. So, give me thy hand.
Oh, soft, sir, hold you still. I'll fetch my sister to get her goodwill.
Romeo, whoever runnest thou so fast?
Am I Dromio, sir? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Yes, thou art my man, thou art thyself.
No, sir. I'm a woman's man, and besides myself.
What? What woman's man and how besides thyself?
A woman's man, sir. One that claims me, one that haunts me, and one that will have me.
What claim is she to thee?
Aye, sir. The same claim as you would lay to your horse, and she would have me. She is a very beastly creature.
Oh, what is she?
A very reverent body. One cannot look at her without saying, Sir, reverence!
What dost thou mean?
She's a very reverent body. Very fat marriage.
Fat marriage? Well, what does thou mean, fat marriage?
I said, she's a kitchen wench and all grease. I know not what use to put her to, but make a lamp of her and run from her own life. Her rags and the tallow in them would burn a coal in winter. If she lasts till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion is she of?
Swart, sir, like my shoe. But her face not being so well clean kept, you see, sir, she sweats. A man may go over shoes in the grime of it.
Oh, that's a fault of water, man.
She's ingrained. No one's splits could not tame it.
What is her name?
Nell, sir. And her name in 3/4, that's an L in 3/4, could not measure her from hip to hip.
So she bears some breath.
No longer from head to foot, but from hip to hip. She is spherical, like a globe. I'm going up country, sir.
Oh, in what part of her body stands Ireland?
I, sir, in her buttocks. I found it out by the bogs.
Oh, where's Scotland?
I found it in the bareness, hard in the palm of her hand.
Where France?
In her forehead, on and reverted, making war against her hair.
Where England?
I looked for the chalky cliffs, but I could find no whiteness in them. But I guess it stood in her nose. All there embellished with rubies, carbuncles, and sapphires, finding their rich worth with the hot breath of Spain.
Where Belgium? Another one.
Aye, sir. I did not look so low. But to conclude, this drudge, or diviner, laid claim to me, called me Dromio, swore the pretty marks I had about me, as the mole on my neck, the wart on my left arm, that I amazed right out from her as a witch. I swear, sir, if my breath had not been made of faith, and my heart of steel, she would have had me.
Come on, go. Hide in presently close to the road. Let any wind blow away from shore. I will not harbor in this town tonight. If everyone knows us, and we know none, it is time, I think, we should trudge, pack, and be gone.
As from a bear, a man would run from him for his life. So I would fly from she that would be my wife.
Remember witches do inhabit here? She that doth call me wife, who doth call me husband, I do for a wife for. Oh, but her fair, gentle sister. Such enchanting grace and discourse. Yet almost made me traitor to myself. Lest I be guilty to self-wrong, I shall stop my ears from this murmuring song.
Master Antipolis.
Aye, that's my name.
I know it well, sir. Look, here's the chain. I thought you were taking it to Porcupine. The chain unfinished and you stayed thus long.
What is your will I shall do with this?
What? Please yourself, sir. I have made it for you.
You made it for me? Well, but I bespoke it not.
Not once nor twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it to face your wife withal. And soon as supper time, I'll visit you, and there receive my money for the chain.
No, receive. I greatly fear you receive money on chain more. Receive the chain now.
You are a man, master. Very well.
What should I make of this? Ah, that no man so vain would greatly refuse so fair an offered chain. Well, I see a man here need not live by his ships, when in the streets he meets such golden gifts. All to the mark for Dromio say. If any ship put out, then straight away.
No! Since Pentecost the sun is due, and since I have not much importuned you, nor now I had not, but that I am bound to Persia and want guilders for my voyage. Therefore, make present satisfaction, or I'll attach you to this officer.
Even just the sum that I do owe to you is growing to me by Antipolis. And in the instant that I met with you, he handed me a chain. At 5 o'clock I shall receive the money for the same. Please, if you welcome me down to his house, I will discharge my bond and thank you too.
That labor might you save. See what he comes.
Whilst I go to the goldsmith's house, go thou and buy a rope's end. That will I bestow upon my wife and her confederates for locking me out of my doors by day. Ah, but soft, I see the goldsmith. Get thee gone. Fetch me a rope and bring it to me.
About 1,000 pounds a year I buy a rope.
A man is well holp up that trusts to you. I promised you all presents in the chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me. Belike you thought our love would last too long were it chained together, and therefore came not.
Shaving your merry humor, here's to know how much the chain weighs the utmost carats, the finest of the gold in chargeable fashion, which doth not for 3 ducats more. Then I said that to this gentlewoman, I pray you, sir, see her presently discharged, for she is bound to see and see the court.
I'm not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in town. Good senior, take this stranger to my house, and will you take the chain? Bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance I will be there as soon as you.
Then you'll bring the chain with yourself.
No, take it with you lest I come not time enough.
Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
And if I have not, sir, I hope you have, or else you may return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir. Give me the chain. Both wind and tide stays for this gentlewoman, and I too blame have held her here too long.
Good Lord, you use this dalliance to excuse your breach of promise to the Porpentine? I should have chid you for not bringing it, but Like a shrew, you first begin to brawl.
The hour steals on. I pray you dispatch.
You hear how she importunes me. The chain.
Why, take it to my wife and fetch your money.
Business cannot brook the stallions. Good sir, say whether you'll answer or no. If not, I'll leave her to the officer.
I answer thee. What should I answer thee?
The money that you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none till I receive the chain.
Come, come. And all I need is even now. The send the chain is sent me by some token.
Fine, now you run this humor out of breath. Come, where's the chain? I pray you, let me see it.
Well, officer, arrest her at my suit.
I do and charge you with a duke's name to obey. This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay the sum for me, or touch you by this officer.
Consent to pay thee that I never had? Huh. Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Turns thy fee. Arrest him, officer. I will not spare my brother in this case. Should he scorn me so apparent.
I do arrest you, sir. You fear the suit.
I do arrest thee till I give thee bail. But, sirrah, you shall buy this sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer.
Sir, sir, I shall have the law in features to a notorious shame. I doubt it not.
Psst, master. There's a bark rabbit down in that station for her owner, and then she bears away. Our fraud, sir, have been bait aboard. I found the oil, the balsam, the aquavit. The ship is in her trim, and the merry wind blows from land. And the weight stops with her owner, her master, and yourself.
How now? A madman. Why, thou peevish sheep? What ship of Epidamnum stays for me?
Why, sir, the ship you sent me to hire waftage.
I sent thee for a rope, and told thee to what purpose and what end.
You sent me for a rope, send it soon. You sent me to the bay, sir, for a bark.
I will be this matter more leisure, and teach your ears to listening with more heed. To Adriana bidden, hide ye straight. Give her this key, and tell her that in the desk that's covered over with Turkish tapestry there is a purse of ducats. Let her send it. Tell her I am arrested in the street, and that shall pay me bail. I be slave begone, on officer, to prison till it come.
To Adriana's. That is redoubtable to claim me for her husband. She is too fat, I hope, for me to compass. But thither I must, although against my will. For servants must their master's will fulfill.
She's the devil's dame, and she comes in the house of light winds. I pray you to come out here.
You're mad and you're hard. Very. Will you go with me? Will mend our dinner here?
If you do, expect spoon meat. Receive your long spoon. Why, Romeo? Why, sir, it is given any man that eats with else should have long spoon. Well, avoid them things.
quantity, please. Leave me be gone.
Give me the ring of mine. Or the line line in between you promised me. And I'll be gone, sir. Not trouble you.
Devils ask for the parent of one nail, a bead, a drop of blood, a cherry stone. More covetous would have a chain. I beg you, sir, if you give it her, the devil will shake her chain to fright us with.
And pray you, sir, my ring or else the chain. I hope you do not mean to cheat me, sir.
About that bitch. Dromio, let us go.
Fly pride, says the peacock.
Mad, else he would never so demean himself. A ringy house of mine with 40 ducats, and for the same he promised me a chain. Both one another he denies me now. The reason I gather he is mad, besides his present instance of his rage, is a mad tale he told the day at dinner of his own doors being closed against his entrance. And belike his wife, acquainted with his fists on purpose, shut the doors against his way. My way now is to hie home to his house and tell his wife that being lunatic he rushed into my house and took perforce my ring away. This course I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is too much to do. This ability knows no best. Good Dr. Finch, you are conjurer, and establish him in his true sense again, and I will please you as your looking man. Alas, how fiery and sharp he looks, and mark how he trembles in his ecstasy.
Give me your hand and let me feel your pulse.
Here's my hand, and let it feel your ear.
I charge thee, Satan. How is it with this man? Heal that possession from the prayer. The blessed of darkness.
He's something with the beast. I am not mad.
Know that thou art not reported but sword.
You, meaning you, are these your customers? Did this man with the saffron face rebel and feasted at my house today whilst the guilty doors were locked and I shut out?
Husband, God does know he dined at home today. Where had you remained until this time, free from these slanders and this open shame?
Dined at home. Thou, Biddy, what sayest thou?
Sir, you did not dine at home, but we were locked out.
Yeah, were not my doors barred and I locked out?
Yes.
Did not she herself revile me there?
Sam Stable, she herself reviled her.
Did not her kitchen maid rail taunt and scorn me?
In certain she did. Her kitchen vessel scorned you.
And did I not enraged depart from this?
Oh, and bears to my bones bear witness that I have felt the vigors of his rage.
Is it good to soothe him in his contrary?
It is no shame that fellow finds his vein, and yielding to him as well as frenzy. Thou hast suborned the goldsmith to arrest me.
Alas, I sent you money by Dromio, here who came in haste for it.
Oh, not by me.
Thou not to her for a purse of ducats?
It came to me and I delivered it, and I'm witness with her that she did.
And God and the robe maker bears me witness that I was sent for nothing but a robe.
Mistress, both man and master is possessed. I can tell it by the pale and deadly looks. He must be bound and laid in a dark room.
Say, wherefore didst thou mock me false today? And why dost thou deny the bag of gold?
Husband, I did not lock thee forth.
And gentle master, I received no bag of gold.
Well, thou, Pollitt, art false and all, and art confederate with a damned pack to make a loathsome abject scorn of me. But with these nails I'll pluck out these eyes that would behold me in this shameful sport.
Welcome, the feet is strong.
How pale and wan he looks.
What? Will you murder me, thou jailer, thou? I am your prisoner. Wilt thou suffer to make your press?
Yes, my prisoner, you should not have
Go find this man, for he is frantic too.
What wilt thou do, thou peevish officer? Hast thou delight to see what you can do, let on another very sweet soul? Yes, my prisoner, and if I let you go, the death he owes will be required of me. I will discharge your I go from me, and bear me forth to the and, knowing how the debt grows, I will pay it. Good Dr. Pinsky, and take his babe home tonight. Oh, good happy day.
Oh, most unhappy strumpet!
Oh, master, I'm nearly gone.
Oh, Beverly, wherefore dost thou mask me?
I mean, poor souls, how idly do they talk. Go, bear them things. Just to go you with me. Stay now. Whose suit is he arrested at? One, Angela, you know her? Yes, I know her. What's the son she owes? 200 ducats. 200 ducats? How does the son grow due? Due for a chain, your husband had it. Did speak a chain for me, but had it not. When, as your husband all enraged today, came to my house and took away my ring. Same ring that I did see on his finger now. Right after did I meet him with the chain. Well, it may be so, but I could never see. Come, Goller, bring me to where the goldsmith is. I long to know that you can tear out at large. God, for thy mercy, there I was again. Oh, let's take it. God, oh, let's come from our house where we may have you bound again. Away, don't kill us!
Well, I see these witches are afraid of guns.
She that be your wife now runs from you.
Oh, let us descend on to fetch our stuff. I hope that we were aboard.
Master, let us stay here tonight until these witches won't hurt us.
I will not stay in the town for all the night. Let us go.
Take his guns away.
Master, run for God's sake, take them out.
Be quiet, people. Wherefore mourn you ever? Fetch my poor distracted husband. Let us come in that we might bring him back. Hopefully recovery. I knew he was not in his perfect way. Sorry now that I did wrong. How long have this position held the man? This week he has been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was. But till this afternoon his passion did break near an extremity of rage. Hath he not lost much wealth by wreck of sea, buried some dear friend? Hath not else his eyes strayed his affection in unlawful love? A sin prevailing much in youthful men who give their eyes the liberty of gazing. Which of these sorrows is he subject to? It's none of these but the last, namely some love that drew him off from home. You should for that have reprehended him. Why, so I did. Aye, but not rough enough. As firstly as my modesty would let me. Happily in private. And in assemblies too. Aye, but not enough. What say you now? And thereof came it that the man was mad. The venom clamors of a jealous woman poisons more deadly than a mad dog's tooth. It seems his sleeps were hindered by railing, and thereof comes it that his head is light. Thou sayest his meat was soft with thy upbraidings, and quiet meals make ill digestions, and thereof the raging fire of fever bred. And what the fever but a fit of madness? Thou sayest the sports were hindered by thy brawls. Sweet recreation far, and what doth ensue but moody and dull melancholy, kinsman's grim and comfortless despair, and at her heels a huge infectious troop of pale distemperatures and foes to life. In food, in sports, and life-preserving rest, to be disturbed would man or beast. The consequences then thy jealous fits have scared thy husband from the use of wit. She never reprehended him but mildly, and he demeaned himself rougher and wildly. Why
I bear you these rebukes and answer not. She did betray me to my own reproof. Good people, enter, lay hold on him. No, not the creature enters in my house. Then let your servants bring my husband forth. Neither. He took this place for sanctuary and shall pillage him from your hands till I have brought him to his wits again, or lose my labor in assaying it. I will attend my husband, be his nurse, die to him before it is my hour, and I will have no attorney but myself. Therefore, let him have him home with me. Be patient, for I will not let him stir till I have used the approved means I have with wholesome syrups, drugs, and holy prayers, to make of him a formal man again. It is a branch and parcel of mine own, a technical duty of my order. Therefore, depart and leave him here with me. I will not depart and leave my husband here. And how ill is that to see, your holiness, to separate the husband and the wife? Be quiet and depart, thou shalt not have him. Complain to the Duke of this indignity. Come, go, I will fall prostrate at his feet, and never rise again until my tears and prayers have won his grace to come and bring me hither, take perforce my husband from the house.
By this I think the dial points at fire. Anon, I'm sure the Duke himself comes in person. His melancholy veil, place of death and start execution, behind the ditches of the abbey here.
Upon what cause?
Huh?
Upon what cause?
To see a reverend Syracusan merchant, that on likely this day, beheaded publicly for his offense.
See where they come. We will behold his death. Kneel to the Duke before she comes to Abbey.
And, once again, proclaim it publicly. If any friend shall pay the sum for him, he shall not die. So much we tender him.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the abbess.
But, she is the most virtuous and, reverend lady. It cannot be she has done thee wrong.
May it please your grace, Antipholus, my husband, whom I made lord of me and all I had, at your important letters, this ill day a most outrageous fit of madness to me. And he and his bondman, all as mad as he, doing displeasure to the citizens, taking rings, jewels, anything as raised his life. But once I get them bound in them, whilst for the wrongs I went that here and there his fury had committed. Anon, I wot not by what strongest deed he broke of those that had the guard of him, and with his mad attendants, each one with ire, passion, and drawn gun, met us again, and now they dare not. Chased us away till raging Moyer came. Then they fled into this atmosphere where we pursued them, and the abbess will not suffer us to send him forth, nor send him forth that we may bear him hence for help. Therefore, most gracious, let him be brought forth.
Well, long since thy husband served me in my ward, and I to thee engaged the prince's word, when thou made him master of thy bed, to do him all the grace and good I could. So, somebody, go, call the lady out of thither. I will determine this before I start.
Oh, mistress, oh, mistress! Save yourself! My master and his man are both broke loose. Feed the matron, and down the doctor, whose beard is singed off with brands of fire. Whoever is at place, throw at him great pills of petal iron to winch the hair. And sure unless you send some help to clear him, kill the conjurer. Please, fool, thy man and master are here. Let us both sit down and report to us. Mistress, upon my life, I tell you true, I did not bring almost since I did see it. Christ for you, thou, who can take your face and scorch you and disfigure you. I for you, what be God, mistress?
No, come, stand by me. Fear nothing.
Ay me, it is my husband. Witness you that he is born about invisible, even now the abbot dear past us.
Grant me justice, even for the service that long since I did thee, when I bestrid thee in the wars and took deep scars to save thy life, even for the blood that then I lost for thee. Now, grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death doth make thee dote, I see my son Antipholus.
And Romeo?
Just a sweet prince against that woman there. She whom thou gavest to me to be my wife, that hath abused and dishonored me. Even beyond the strength and height of injury, beyond imagination is the wrongs that she this day hath shameless thrown on me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut the doors on me while she with harlots feasted in my house.
Unprevious fault. Say, woman, didst thou so? No, my good lord. He, myself, and my sister today did dine together. So befall my soul, he burdens me withal. There man look one day, nor sleep one night, but she tells to your highness temple true.
My liege, I am advised what I say, neither disturbed with the effect of wine, nor heady rash, nor even provoked by raging ire. Albeit, my wrongs might make one wiser mad. This day, great Duke, she shut the doors on me. This goldsmith here, were she not packed with her, could witness it, for she was with me then when I went to go fetch the chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine, where Balthazar and I did dine together. Dinner done, and she not coming hither? So we went to meet her in the street. I met her, and in her company, this gentlewoman here. There did this perjured goldsmith swear me down that I did dare her receive the chain, which God she knows I saw not, for which he did arrest me with an officer. I sent my peasant home for certain ducats. He with none returned. Then fairly I bespoke the officer to go with me in person to my house. Along the way we met my wife, her sister, and a rabble more of vile ferrets. Along with them they brought one Pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain, a mere anatomy, a mountebank, a threadbare juggler, a fortune-teller, a needy, hollow-eyed, sharp-looking wretch, a living dead man, this pernicious slave. Forsooth took on him as a conjurer, and gazing in my eyes, feeling my pulse, and with no face as it were outfacing me, cries out, I was possessed. Then they all fell upon me, bound me for me beds, and with me and my man, left me in a dark and dankish vault. Until gnawing my bonds in sunder, I ran immediately to your grace, whom I beseech to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, in truth, thus far was with him, that he dined not at home, but was locked out. But, had he such a chain of these, or not? He has, my lord, and when he ran in here, these people saw the chain about his neck. Besides, I will be sworn you first had the chain of him, as he forswore on the mark, and then I beat you, and then you ran to this abbey here from whence I think you are come by miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls, nor ever didst thou beat me. I never saw the chain, so help me heaven, and in this vault you burdened me withal.
Why, what an intricate speech is this? I think you have all like a Circe's cat. If here you had housed him, here he would have been. If he were mad, he would not plead so coldly. You say that he dined at home. The goldsmith over there denies that same. Throb, what say you?
Sir, he dined with her there at the Porpentine.
He did, and from my finger snatched that ring.
'Tis true, my liege. This ring I had of her.
Why, this is strange. Go call the abbess hither. Think you're all mated or stark mad.
Most mighty Duke, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply I see a friend will save my life and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Sir Tusia, what thou wilt.
Is not your name, sir, called Amphipolis? And is this not your bondman, Romeo?
Within this hour, sir, I was his bondman. But I thank him. He gnawed my cords in two, and now I'm his bondman and his man unbound.
I'm sure you both remember me.
Or else could you remember you? By you, are you not Pitch's
patient too?
Why look you strange on me? You know me well.
I never saw you in my life till now.
Grief hath changed me since you saw me last. And careful hours with time's deformed hand have written strange features on my face. But tell me, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Dwarf Dromio, nor thou?
Not I.
I'm sure thou dost.
No.
Not know my voice. Oh, time's extremity! Hast thou so splitted and cracked my poor tongue in 7 short years, that here my only son knows not my feeble key of untuned cares? Though this grained face of mine be hidden in sap-consuming winter-drizzled snow, and all the conduits of my blood froze up, yet hath my night of life some memory. My wasting lamps a little glimmer left, my dull deaf ears a little used to hear, and all these old witnesses. I cannot err. Tell me, thou art my son Antipholus.
I never saw my father in my life.
But 7 years since in Syracuse, boy, thou knowest we parted. But perhaps thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duke and all that know me in the city can witness with me that it is not so. I never saw Syracuse in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusan, 20 years have I been patron to Antipholus here. In that time, you never saw Syracuse come. I see the age and dangers make thee those. Most mighty Duke beholds a man much wrong. I see 2 husbands, or my nice state me. One of these men is genius to the other. But which is the natural man and which is the spirit? Who decides that?
I'm Sir Romeo. Come here, leave away.
I said, no, please let me stay.
Adrian? Sir Adrian also not? Where else goes? My old master. Who hath found him here?
Whoever bound him, I will loose his bonds and gain a husband by his liberty. Speak, old Aegean, if thou beest the man that hast a wife once called Amelia, that bore him a burden too, fair son. Oh, if thou beest the same Aegean, speak and keep it to thy same Amelia. Why, here begins this morning's story, right? These 2 Antipholus, these 2 so alike, and these 2 Dromios, one in semblance. Besides her urging of record shoes, these are the parents of 2 who accidentally come together.
Tell me, thou art Amelia, if thou art he, where is the son that floated with thee on fatal raft?
He and I and the twin Romeo were taken up, but by and by, rude fishermen of course, by force, my son on them. And me, they left with those who have damned them. What then said me? I cannot tell. I to misfortune that you see. Antipholus. Thou came from Corinth first.
Not I came from Syracuse.
Say, stand apart. I know not which is which.
I came from Corinth, gracious Lord.
Was I with him?
Oh, brother, that brought to this town by the most famous warrior, Duke Menaphon, your most renowned uncle.
Which of you 2 did dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are you not my husband?
No, I say nay to that.
Oh, and so did I, yet did she call me so?
Oh, but a fair, gentle sister.
Oh, that was what I said. Earlier I shall have leisure to make good if this not be a dream I see here.
That is a taser, which you have of me.
I think it is. I deny it's not.
And you, sir, for this Jane arrested me?
I think I did, sir. I deny it not. He sent you money. To be your mail, but I did not.
This person
ducats that I received by Dromio. And I see we did meet each other's man, and I was ta'en for him, and he was ta'en for me, and therefore these heirs are all arose.
Well, these cursed ducats, wherever they may be, I pawn them for my father's life.
It need not be. My father has his life. Sir, I must have that diamond from you.
Here, take it. And, much thanks for my good cheer.
Now, Duke, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us into this abbey here, and hear at large discourse all our fortunes, and all that are assembled in this place, that by this sympathized one day's heir have suffered wrong. Go keep us company, and we shall make full satisfaction. 33 years have I but gone in travail of you, my sons, and till this present hour my heavy burden ne'er delivered, the Duke, my husband, and my children both, and you, the calendars of their nativity. Get out your gospel to feast, and go with me. After so long grief, such festivity. With all my heart. Oh, God.
Master, shall I dispatch your stuff from shipboard?
Dromio, what stuff of mine hast thou on market?
Your goods are laid over with the centaur. He speaks to me. Dromio, I am thy man. Come, go with your brother and on, and embrace him there. There was a fat friend of yours that did kitchen me at your master's house today. Now she'll be my sister, not my wife.
Oh, methinks you're my class and not my brother. But as I can see by you, you are the sweet-faced youth. So we walk in and share gossip.
Not I, you are the elder.
Well, that's a question. How shall we try it?
Let's draw for the elder. Until now, you go first.
Nay, than that. We came in this world like brother and brother. And let's go hand in hand. Not one for another.